Hi friends, welcome to Cricket Caviar. And what an exciting cricket if you are an English fan from TrentBridge. So this test match was so good. I feel like for the first 3 days it was equally poised. Both teams could fancy their chances, but England just ran away with it on day four. And very humiliating for West Indies. They actually managed to lose all of their 10 wickets in the last session today. So yeah, if you're a Windies fan, I'm sure you're not happy because you could have leveled the series here. Instead, you were handed a 241 run defeat by England today. So thoughts, Shikhar, on the defeat?
Yeah, so first I want to say about what my memorable moment of this test match was. That was the partnership between Shamar Joseph and Joshua De Silva. That was after, Shamar Joseph, uh, Joshua De Silva was requesting Shamar Joseph, don't go for shots. But Shamar Joseph that was, I think, third day's play, not fourth day's play. But that was very entertaining, and it actually got West Indies the lead, and
Mm,
it gave me some hope that now that West Indies have got the lead,
yeah.
and it was a 40-run lead, so the hopes were high that even if West Indies can get them all out for 300 or 340 also, then 300 target is chaseable. But
Yeah.
again, two centuries, I mean, Root and Brook, two centuries from English batters, and first innings we had Pope scoring 100.
Mm,
So all these knocks, I think, are West Indies are not able to contain the scoring rate, and they are not able to stop English batter from scoring. Even though they are able to pick wickets, they have
yeah.
in fact been able to pick all wickets till now. Like they've bowled
Mm.
out England all the time, but they've not been able to stop them from scoring. And yeah, yesterday 62 for nil, I had again some hopes. There was I thought uh, Brathwaite would play his legendary test knock, but
Yeah, but
again he just
Brathwaite's approach was shocking. I mean, people might have liked it the way he was playing very positively, but it was shocking because that's not Brathwaite's usual style playing runner ball. So
Hmm.
why were West Indies
Yeah,
like, yeah, just playing so?
he has changed his approach, Pratik. He has
Mm,
changed his approach this test match, because I think last test match he got a lot of criticism. Even from us, he was criticized.
yeah,
So he's changed his approach, but he got couple of 40s also because of that approach.
this match, yeah, he
But
did.
yeah, he got 40s, but we expect him to score those big knocks like what Athenes and Kevin Hodge did
Mm.
in first innings and second innings. Again, I'm most disappointed with Kirk McKenzie.
Yeah, Mackenzie
He has
has to go. I
been,
mean, you can play anyone now in his place. He has failed four innings
Mhm.
in a row.
Yeah. McKenzie, I mean, he's not offering little bit of resistance also.
Yeah,
Even Shamar Joseph has scored more runs than him.
yeah.
So
And I do feel
that's
the match
disappointing.
changed actually with that Joe Root partnership with Harry Brook because that partnership, if you actually even look at numbers, it was higher than what Athenes and Kevin Hodge put. Joe Root and Brook put a 189, while those two put 175, and they just took the game
Mhm.
away. And man, I'm sure it creates so much pressure on the opposition when you score such a big partnership, that too with such a good run rate. And Harry Brook,
Mm.
man, he is actually a very dangerous middle order batsman. He plays with that
Mm.
strike rate, which is, yeah, which can just take the game away actually when you play that kind of innings. But
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Oli Pope has also done a lot of damage. I think he was the lone batsman standing in first innings. Now, if you take out these three hundreds, West Indies have played better as a team. But again, these hundreds are coming at such crucial time, and even when West Indies were on top, we never feel like West Indies will win these test matches. Like how Kevin Hodge and Athenes played some beautiful strokes that day. Especially Alec Athenes' stroke play was so good.
yeah,
But you knew that whatever they score, even if they get a lead of 100, that probably won't be enough. That's the English batting strength at their home. Uh,
The
unfortunately.
mystery for me is like England is able to chase big 300 plus scores. I think maybe because of baseball, but the opposition teams
Mm,
they struggle to chase even 200. Like we have seen bigger teams like India.
mm,
They
mm,
once India could not chase like 200. They got 160, 170 all out. And
mm,
today West
mm,
Indies, even with such a good batting track and them themselves
mm,
scoring 467 in the first innings, could not repeat that.
mm.
They got bowled out very cheaply. So
And that's what I was saying. Only Nathan Lyon and Pat Cummins can chase in England. No other pair. But yeah, actually, the problem is English getting out to English spinners. That should be made a crime. And yeah,
yeah, I was gonna come back to
I mean
Shoaib Bashir.
Shoaib Bashir. Why, man? Why will you get out to Shoaib
Yeah,
Bashir?
before
And
we start, like we have to acknowledge him for breaking James Anderson's record. So he's the youngest player now for England to take a five for 20 years and 279 days. James Anderson was a couple of days older when he took a fifer against Zimbabwe, his first fifer. But this guy has already taken three fifers, and yeah, so
mm,
he's the youngest player now for England. I think. Oh, in England for taking
mm,
these fifers. Yeah. And another interesting record was made, Shikhar, in this test match that England scored 400
mm.
runs twice in a test match, which is only their first time that they have done it. It has
Yeah,
happened in Test cricket 11 times, but by England it was first time.
I think Ranchi test or in one of those matches,
India only
not
made it.
Ranchi,
Yeah,
I think Rajkot tests in India also
yeah.
took
India
400
made, yeah,
plus.
just this year. Yeah,
Yeah. So now scoring rates are going up. So you'll be seeing more of these test matches, 400 plus 400.
yeah, and
Earlier,
mostly by England, I feel. Yeah,
earlier if you score 400 once, that was the match. Mostly you have managed to win the match. But now with the pitches and the rate of scoring, you'll see more of these
man. But
test matches.
English approach is very interesting. What they're telling other countries is like 550 and 600 is overrated. They're saying we just want to score 400 at fastest pace
Yeah.
possible, and we can still control the game. That's what they've shown. And also their selection. We were puzzled when Atkinson was picked in the first test. Then we were puzzled like why the senior spinner was
Mm.
not taken, Leach.
Yeah.
But everything is coming out perfectly for England. They're able to justify all their selections, all their calls, all their decisions.
Yeah. Till now, it's been perfect. And uh, I think Atkinson has been the surprise because I didn't expect him. He was known as a white ball bowler before this series.
Mm,
But first innings, he played ahead of Mark Wood, or Mark Wood was resting, I don't know. And second test, actually, again, he has played. I don't know how many wickets he took in second test, but
yeah.
yeah, the first test enough is going to make sure that he's the series leaderboard.
Yeah, I think he
And
got four or five this time also, Atkinson. And
West
by
Indies
the way,
need more
for in the
fight
first
from his
innings, yeah, in the first innings, the
West.
highlight was Atkinson bounced out Braithwaite, bounced out. So in the first test, we
Hmm,
saw his swing bowling and seam bowling mastery, but in this
hmm,
test match, he bowled Yorkers and bouncers, and he got Braithwaite by bouncing him out in the first innings. So Atkinson
hmm.
has more dimensions than you might imagine. Like
And
he's one good
and
bowler.
yesterday he took the wicket of Joshua De Silva, actually, who was
Mm.
playing well, and also Alzari Joseph, the most dangerous player in the lineup of West Indies, because he can counter attack. He he can make the crowds stand up. Even Viv Richards stand up with his hitting. So Alzari is the most important batsman, and Alzari was deflated. If you look at the replay, so he was so sad that he
And
got
there's always
bowled by.
entertainment, man, when West Indies is playing, but our hearts are still broken because we wanted them to win that match, not just hearts. And they
But
were,
some batters need to take up more responsibility. Like Holder, and I have not seen any contribution yesterday. Okay, Holder
yeah.
fought well, I
But
think,
the match was
but
already
I have,
lost when Holder played that innings, right? So
yeah, not seen any big fight
the
from
match was
Holder.
lost from
And
62 for 0 to 82 for 5. Like, what was that, man?
yeah,
Complete collapse.
that and especially when they all must have thought, come out thinking, oh, we can win this, we can win this. They
Mm.
must have had
Oh,
that
especially after that
positive thought,
opening stand. Yeah, after that opening stand.
especially when I don't know what happened. So when you come thinking like that, I have to just survive, I have to just survive, you'll probably get out. If they would have come out trying to, they should have just sent Alzari Joseph or Shamar Joseph. Sometimes they should just send him that to pinch it. That would be more useful, I think.
No, actually, I feel like yeah, today last session they should have just tried to someone to send to this block there, right? Maybe we'll try come back
And
next day and try to chase this. Yeah,
why is Kevin Hodge always batting at number 5? That positions are really inflexible.
yeah,
Sometimes
even
he should come at
yeah.
number 3, I think. But
Mm.
he's coming at number 5 like it's a fixed position.
But first thing first,
And
man, like this guy Mackenzie has to be dropped. Just play anyone. They have two opening batters, top order batters. Maybe they need to play one of them. And then secondly, personally, Shikhar, I feel Gudakesh Moti needs to be back. I know you're a big fan of Kevin Sinclair, and I'm a fan of his backflip celebration. But
yeah,
Gudakesh Moti is a proper spinner. Sinclair is an all rounder. So when you're playing him, you're kind of defensive and you're not sure about your batting.
that was the logic they picked Kevin Sinclair in. They picked Moti over Sinclair in the first test, but after first test, after seeing, so they got
Moti
so
is so unlucky.
heavily.
Actually, he made 39 with the bat also, other than his bowling. But they just dropped him.
And he picked wicket of Root and Stokes also, but the way they got hammered in that test by an innings, so they felt they needed more stability in their batting.
Hmm.
So yeah, Sinclair gives you more stability in your batting. That's the only thing, more resistance, which they need right now. But yeah, I mean Sinclair is okay. I think he did some. He did
But
actually. In the first innings, he bowled really well. So I was
yeah,
watching that phase of
even
play,
Kevin Hodge
and
bowled well in the first innings.
yeah, but Sinclair was able to control the run rate, scoring rate of Ollie Pope at one point of time. So at that time, commentators were talking that Sinclair has done a great job,
Hmm.
and then the wickets fell from other end. Shamar took a wicket of Ben Duckett, so that was good bowling from Sinclair actually. From that,
One change I think which they have to think about is Shamar Joseph, because I don't think he's completely fit. We saw he had to go out in the first innings as well. So Jeremiah Lewis might be the one for the third test. And also Shamar Joseph has only picked like 3 wickets in this series so far.
mm. Yeah, let's see what happens in the next test match. I'm still hopeful that West Indies can pull off a win. So let's hope the Holder and Braithwaite these two players need to come good, because without seniors performing, I don't think there is going to be any chance.
Yeah.
So Holder and Braithwaite need to score big 100, and Holder needs to take a fifer with the ball or something.
Hmm.
I think only
Holder
then
is
they have
also
a.
the Shami of West Indies. A lot of UR deliveries, right? But not enough wickets.
Yeah, his length is also not full enough. He bowls lot of length balls, which his height takes over the stumps.
Yeah, before
So yeah.
we go, I want to mention one more funny moment of this test match. So when Mark Wood was like breathing fire in between overs, Kevin Hodge went up to him and said, "By the way, I have wife and kids at home." And Mark Wood actually was able to bowl the fastest over in England. His average
Yeah,
speeds of the 6 balls was fastest in England, English soil,
yeah,
fastest,
yeah.
and by an Englishman as well. So
Yeah, 97. I saw that over actually. The over was all 97 plus miles per hour.
mm,
I almost thought he will break Shoaib Akhtar's record, but still there is a lot of distance between 97 and 100.
I feel
And
like we'll only see him in Test cricket and maybe IPL now. I don't think he'll play the limited overs for England because they know Archer is
Hmm.
not available, so they have to keep this guy available, right? At least for Test matches.
Hmm. Yeah, but my funniest moment will be that partnership between Shamar and
Da Silva.
Joshua, because Joshua De Silva was playing some crazy shot, man. At the end, he just was swinging for the hills, and
Man,
Shamar
actually, we
was,
haven't seen Joshua De Silva in that T20 mode much. I mean, I have never
yeah,
seen him in that mode. Yeah.
And this time in both innings, he was playing like T20 mode, and he whacked Joe Root for 16 runs
Yeah.
in 1 over. So that was epic to see. He doesn't even have a T20 contract anywhere, but he played those aggressive shots, and Shamar Joseph was clapping so loudly, with the bat. That was good to see.
This also happens a lot of time with the visiting teams. They're not able to play that consistent cricket for 5 days. That's what happened with West Indies. They were very good for 2.5 days, but then
Yeah.
they were just completely maybe out of gas or what happened. We don't know. But
I
this
think
pitch,
also we should appreciate Jaden since he has bowled well.
but he has been
I
the most expensive bowler. So
He's been expensive, but he has taken at least he has taken wickets. Other bowlers also need to. Alzari needs to take wickets
yeah,
now.
England
I
were
don't know.
actually 329 for three in the second innings. It could have been even 500. So Jaden Seals
Yeah,
took those
it was a
wickets. Yeah.
collapse. It was a collapse actually. Last 7 wickets fell for 80-90 runs, so it was a good collapse from that there.
All right, thanks, Shikhar. Thank you for joining. I
Yeah.
know you're also recovering from fever, so I appreciate you
Yeah.
joining. And we'll be bringing more action from this series. And also, India is going to Sri Lanka, so more action coming there. Keep watching Cricket Caviar, guys. And if you're new, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you again
Yeah.
for joining.
And we'll be covering the Olympics also, which is starting next week. So
Yes, the
that's
Paris
also.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Thanks.